it doesn't matter. Something small can really spoil your mood, so you self-medicate, swapping feelings for food. It might seem dumb, but if you're telling the truth, it's probably something dating back to your youth. But it's really not that deep. You probably just need some sleep. There's someone else you're meant to be. You just need a little self-belief. So shut up and buck up. Can't keep up, that's bad luck. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. You wish it didn't matter. Shouldn't really matter, 'cause no one thinks it matters. It doesn't really matter. Shouldn't really matter, 'cause all that really matters is what we decide matters. So what do you think matters? 'Cause all that really matters is what we agree matters. And don't make you wanna run, kick, scream and shout. Make a big scene, be your queen. As if you see what the neighbors might say. Hold your head up high, let me see you cry. You got nothing to hide all night. 'Cause it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters. All that really matters is what we decide matters. Tragic hero, I wasted too many wishes on you. Now you draw your arrow, I know just what you're trying to do. Misery loves company, I guess that's why I only see you when I'm sad. If it can't be misery, I guess it's gonna have to be. You're gonna make me mad. Why can't we just get along? Why can't you just be wrong? For once, go ahead and fire. You won't hit me where I'm standing now. Go ahead and fire. Try and bring me down. Doesn't really matter anymore. What you say, you can have this spell. There was no war anyway. Wise commander, I just can't follow your God-given advice. Oh, king of banter, you're not so good at playing nice. Don't understand me much, must be that I'm losing touch of reality. Can't be you losing your touch if you alone is not enough. The problem must be me. Why can't you just let it go? Stop putting on such a show.
Ha! I timed that for the show lyric. Because I am that cheesy. Hello, everybody. I never get where I position my mic quite right. I always end up fiddling with it. But anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's songwriting stream. Just switch everything over. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. How do I move it back? There we go. There we go. I moved it back. You may have noticed something moving on the screen then that was not meant to move. I was trying to move the OBS thing, and I wound up clicking something on OBS by accident. But yes, hello everybody. Hello. Hello John. Hello Daniel. Lovely to see you as always. Yeah, I hope it isn't too hot where you guys are. It's not too bad at the moment here, but it's been steadily getting warmer as the day goes on. 'Cause we were lucky enough to have rain overnight. So it was nice and cool this morning because of the rain. But steadily throughout the day, that just means it's gotten humid. So humid. It is so humid in this room right now. I just know that I am going to be a sweaty mess before the hour or so is up. So we're gonna do our best to try and get a song written, a short little song written. But I definitely will not be dragging this out tonight, this stream, 'cause I expect that I won't cope, 'cause it's just going to be too hot. I will just melt. I don't know how much longer the warm weather is supposed to go on for, but if it's still warm next week, I might not do a stream next week. I might shift the stream next week to the following week. I know I've already scheduled the stream for next week, but I might shift it back if it's too warm. 'Cause no one can do that. No one can do that. I kind of hate. It's ridiculous how warm it's been in some places today. And it's supposed to be bloody boiling over the weekend again, so anyway, let's have a tune to play us in for the stream before we get started on some songwriting. Which one shall I do? You know what? I kind of feel like doing the one that was just playing. It's a bit loud, that guitar, isn't it? Tragic hero, I wasted too many wishes on you. And you draw your arrow, I know just what you're trying to do. Misery loves company, I guess why I only see you when I'm sad. If it can't be misery, I guess it's gonna have to be you're gonna make me mad. Why can't you just be wrong for once? So go ahead and fire. You won't hit me where I'm standing there. Go ahead and fire. Try and bring me down. Doesn't really matter anymore. You say you can have a spell. There was no war anyway. Oh, wise commander, I just can't follow your God-given advice. Oh, King of Banner, you're not so good at playing nice. Don't understand me much, must be that I'm losing touch of reality. Can't be you losing your touch if you alone is not enough. The problem must be me. Why can't you just let it go? Stop putting on such a show for once. So go ahead and fire. You won't hit me where I'm standing there. Go ahead and fire. Try and bring me down. Doesn't really matter anymore. You say you can have a spell. There was no war anyway. Mystery, you're a tragedy, you're nothing more than a pain to me. You check your ego at the door, 'cause I can't take it anymore. The fighting, the poking, the constant provoking, the way that you chat, then you act like you're joking. You smile all the while like you do me a favor. When I talk back, you look so whatever. Get you the stuff, just a minor fight, busy traveling the world and breaking all those hearts. There's no more time for little old me. Well, if that's the way it's gotta be, then go ahead and fire. You won't hit me where I'm standing there. Go ahead and fire. Try and bring Cool. Fire, fire, fire. Yes, all the fire. Hello, everybody. Let us begin the songwriting stream for the evening. So I asked for plots, and I think for the next few streams where we're doing songwriting stuff, what I think I want to do, people giving me a sort of outline for a story to then write a song about, like a scenario that I then write a song about. So we'll make that the go-to prompt. So this week's one that we're going to go with is the one that the mother left us. She said, write about you go off on a road trip with your friends and you're the one driving, which she did because she knows that I am not I'm not enjoying driving. Oh, thank you, John. Yeah, so we're going to go with that one today as our prompt. And I want like story-based prompts for the next few songwriting streams. So each time I'm going to ask for a plot, basically, to write a song around. Because I've had some quite nice ones on TikTok in the past where people have given me like a story. Like the one that I wrote that I then put up that when, you know, a lot of people actually saw it on TikTok, and it was a lot of people who follow me on TikTok followed me with that song, was one of those sort of storytelling songs. So I'd like to do some more storytelling ones, I think, especially as Halloween is going to be approaching soon. It's, you know, we're in July, then we got August, September, and then October is here. We haven't got that many months left before October, so I need to get back into the story song style, because when October comes along, you know, we're going to be doing some spooky songs, and those are always best when they're telling a little bit of a story. It's already so warm in here, I can already feel myself sweating. Anyway, try to ignore the fact that my makeup will just melt off my face. I mean, it's already a bit melted because I've had it on since like midday, so it's already not looking great. But it will be gone by the end. I'll just have black circles around my eyes by the end of the stream. So we're going to go with the driving one this time. Driving my friends off on a road trip. I've just realised that my pen is not on my... Bear with, I'm going to have to abandon you guys quickly for a second while I figure out where my pen has gone. It's definitely in this room somewhere. It's probably on the floor somewhere, so I'm just going to go find that. Be right back, 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 be right back. Found it. It fell off my music stand before, and I put it on the desk, and I'd forgotten about it. Right, we have pen. All good. 24 degrees. Oh my god. Oh my god. No wind. No, it hasn't been very breezy anywhere today, I don't think. It wasn't very breezy here, because we've had all the windows open to try and keep it cool. But it's just been so still. It's been so still. Hello, Ray. Yeah, it's too hot. It's too hot. I really should just write a song about it being too hot, shouldn't I? But I feel like I've done a few summery songs lately, so maybe I should... Although I haven't done one about it just being too hot, have I? Shall I just write a song about it being too hot? Or about how that British heat is so different from Australian heat. Because I've lived in Australia, and the heat in Australia was pretty unbearable because it was just so hot all the time. But the whole environment was built better for it, you know. So there were lots more places where you could go and hide in the shade, and there was much easier access to swimming pools, and there was, you know, all the buildings were built to not get and stay too hot, so it was easier to cool them down, and aircon was a thing. Whereas here Here it's always too hot when it's hot. It's always too hot when it's hot. And I don't like the heat. Maybe I should just write a song about that, about not liking the heat. Instead of a hot girl summer. Don't relate to the hot girl summer thing. I will be having a sweaty puddle in the corner summer is what I will be having. I might do that actually. How would that song start without just sounding like I'm whinging? Stay humidity. Humidity stupidity. I feel like we need some menacing chords. Not menacing enough, not menacing enough, not menacing enough. It needs to be more menacing than that. I don't know why E major is my go-to menacing chord. I don't know why. I just feel like E major is a bit menacing. When it's in tune, that is. Maybe we go fun pop with it. Like, I don't know. Do I go menacing? Or do I go fun pop song about how it's just too hot? I need to cool down. I don't want to do a comedy song about it being too hot. I want to take concepts that are usually comedy song concepts and turn them into serious rock ballads that don't make people laugh. You started learning violin last week, Ray. Have fun with that. How much, on a scale of 1 to ow, how much does your neck hurt right now? And the back, and just here in your arm. How much does this there in your arm hurt right now? Because everyone thinks it's the fingers that'll get you, but it's not. It's right there. That's where it gets you. Is that the muscles in your neck there? They freaking kill if you play violin for longer than 30 minutes. I almost want to do a George Ezra style kind of fun bop, I think, about it being too hot. Aches in all the places. It's shocking how many muscles you actually use just to hold the violin up. Because obviously, if you're playing it right, you aren't supposed to be holding it with your hand at all, really, because that's what gives your hand the freedom to move up and down. Because you think about it, you don't really hold a guitar up with your hands either. You let it hang off you, or you let it sit on you. You're not supposed to hold it with this hand, because otherwise this hand can't move, and it's the same with violin. If you're holding it with that hand, it doesn't have the freedom of movement to do what it's supposed to, so you have to hold it with your neck muscles. And in order to get that right, you then have to have good posture, and you should really be feeling it all the way down from like here down to in you. I tend to get, when I've done a long session, I get a backache right at the base of my back, right in those like side muscles at the bottom of your back. Oh my god, they hurt so bad. Oh, Skylark is the brand that, you know how I got I borrowed a violin to practice when I was thinking about taking it up again and I didn't want to buy a violin. Skylark is the brand of violin that my mate lent me. They have a terrible reputation online for either being okay sounding or really, really bad. There's so no in between. It's like either you're lucky and you get one that's been all right made and it sounds okay, pretty good, or you get most of them that are very poorly made and they actually sound really, really bad. Mine sounded okay, I think, but it didn't sound good. Bless it. So yeah, oh, little 3/4 size as well. Yeah. if you decide to stick with it, investing in a full size would definitely be a good plan, because playing on a size that's a bit too small for you is always quite tricky too. Especially considering especially if you're a bloke, because blokes they've just got slightly wider fingers, you know. So I could imagine that's not that easy to get the nuances quite right. I can play Twinkle Twinkle badly. This one sounds okay to me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love the violin. I didn't get a chance to practice today, so I'm going to have a nice practice tomorrow, I think. Anyway, I need to message my mate because I'm going to be going down to their open mic tomorrow, and I don't know if they want me to bring the violin back to the open mic with me, or if they'd rather I bring it a different day. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with this chord progression. And write a fun bop about it being too hot that George Ezra would sing. That's what we're going for. We're going for a George Ezra song about it being too hot. That's today's song. It stays in tune pretty well. It will at this time of year. As a general rule, you might find the pegs don't really slip that much at this time of year, because it is hot. It's in the winter that it will be really tested. Once it gets cold, if it stays, that's when it will probably not stay in tune quite as well. Because the wood expands when it's hot and it contracts when it's cold. And it's the wood expanding and contracting is what decides how well a violin stays in tune, because it's about the pegs staying in their holes. So, yeah. You might find that when it gets cold, it suddenly goes really out of tune. I doubt they have the patience to get good at it. I give it a week before you're like, fuck this. This is too much. Something like that. Oh, that's interesting. Why, thank you. It is an interesting fact, that, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's. It's also what is one of the tells of a good violin is the peg. It's one of the differences between expensive violins and cheaper violins is how well shaped the pegs are for their hole, how well they fit in their holes. Because the higher level violins, you don't get the little turny things at the bottom. I've forgotten what they're called now. Tuning pegs? They're not pegs, are they? Are they pegs? No, they're pegs at the top. Tuning, you don't get the screw tuners that I've forgotten what they're called at the bottom, except for on the high E string. So you have to tune with only the pegs when you get really high-end violins. Mine is not like that. And I never want to own one like that, because I don't want to tune with just the pegs, because that's terrifying. Because you have to have it on your shoulder while you're doing it, and the idea, oh, no, uncomfy. Anyway, yeah, and so in order for them to fine tuners, thank you, that is what they are called, yes, the fine tuners at the bottom, you don't get those except on the top E string, on more expensive violins, on the high-end, proper orchestral level ones. So the pegs have to fit very perfectly, very snugly, just enough so that you can still turn them quite easily, because you have to turn them with one hand, but not so loose that they won't stay in place. And that's part of what makes, because they spend basically more time getting that right, getting it perfect. A lot, among other things, but that's one of the things that tells you. Anyway, I should stop rambling about violins now, because that's not. You happen to have hit on one of my interests there, right? No, don't try it as well. If you're beginners should not try. Beginners really shouldn't tune with the pegs at all. Like if you're gonna try it because you're teaching yourself, then fair dues. But they generally don't let beginners tune with the pegs until they reach a certain level, for the simple reason that if you turn it too far, you snap a string, and that's not fun on violin. It's not like snapping a string on guitar. It's actually a little bit dangerous with violins because they can proper flick up at you. And obviously, if you snap too many of them, the bridge doesn't sit in place right anymore. Anyway. I know, stop talking to me about violins, Ray, because I will talk for an entire stream just about violins. That's not the point of the stream. It's 26. No, that 26 isn't hot enough. What's a hot temperature that fits? It's da 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 outside, and I'm sucking on ice. It's da 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 da. It's 30 degrees outside, and oh, it's 30 degrees outside, and I'm sucking on ice, trying to keep myself, trying to. I hear the temperature just hit 35, and now I'm sucking on ice, trying to. I heard the heat just hit 35, and I'm sucking on ice. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before I fry. Yeah. They're not the most dangerous instrument I think you can put, but they're not massively safe to tune on and mess with, really. If you don't know what you're doing, you should be careful with them, because there's so much tension in those strings. They're not dangerous, like they're not going to kill you. But if a violin string snaps, it could injure you. So careful. I got told that in the most horrific way as a kid. My violin teacher just said, if you snap a violin string, it could take your eye out. So don't tune with your pegs until I say you can. And that traumatized me to the point where I don't even like changing my guitar strings now because I'm terrified of them snapping, even though there's nowhere near as much tension in these. These really can't hurt you in comparison to a violin, but... I heard the heat just hit 35. I heard the heat just hit 35. So I'm sucking on ice, trying to stop ice, trying to cool myself down before I fry. Weather is nice. I heard the heat just turned 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before I fry. Kiddie pool in the garden, kiddie pool in the garden, 'cause the weather's so nice. I will be careful. Yes, be careful. Might blind you. Yeah. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to. Kiddie pool in the garden, need a kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a war fight. It's weird to think that. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a war fight. I heard the heat just turned 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool down before. I heard the heat just turned 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool down before my fries. I love that. I know you guys are joking, but I genuinely make sure I'm wearing my glasses before I before I tune up my violin with the pegs. I won't do it if I'm wearing contacts. I literally went and took my contacts out once so I could put my glasses on before I tuned up my violin. Because I had to use the pegs. It's like, I'm not doing this without protection. I'm probably just being paranoid there, though. Bright side is you don't have to change violin strings anywhere near as much as you should guitar strings. It's something like every 6 months to a year, they say, which is really, really vast difference in time. That's 6 months to a year. But all the advice is 6 months to a year to change violin strings, whereas guitar strings, they say you should really change every 4 weeks or so, which is crazy, isn't it? 4 weeks to like 6 weeks is what people say. I usually do mine about every 5 weeks or so, I think. Anyway. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the yard, kiddie pool in the yard, trying to start a fight, anything to cool. Kiddie pool in the yard, trying to start a fight. It's funny to think we call. It's funny. It's funny we call this kind of weather nice. Kiddie pool in the yard, trying to start a fight. It's hard to kiddie pool in the yard, kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's fun. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's weird to think. It's weird. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. No. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden and kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's funny to think. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. Thinking that it's odd we call this weather nice. Thinking it's odd. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's hard to it's hard. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I've been the weather nice. 'Cause I've changed my shirt 5 times today. And I heard the heat just hit 35. I heard the heat just hit 35. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to throw a couple of them away. I heard the heat just hit the E5, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's hot, it's hard that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I've changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to throw a couple of them away. I've changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to simply times today, and I think I might have to throw a couple away. Might have to throw a couple away. Where am I going with it? That's the question. I heard the heat just hit the E5, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to get my head down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's hard that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I've changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to throw a couple away. Hot, oh it's too hot, 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 too hot, hot. No, it's too hot, hot, and I don't feel too hot today. I feel the wrong kind of hot today. I think that's where it's going. I heard the heat just hit the E5, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. This kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to throw a couple away. Yeah, another nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to just throw a couple away. It's too hot, too hot, too hot, hot, too hot, too hot. In the rock, in the west kind of way. We're getting there. I heard the heat just hit the E5, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, and I'm trying to start a fight. It's hard that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times a day, and I might have to just throw a couple away. It's I'm pull away. Inside or out, inside or out, I'm melting either way. Inside or out, I'm melting either way, honey. Hey. Fighting anyone who tries to take my shade. It's too hot, hot, too hot, too hot. It's too hot, hot, in the west kind of way. Too hot, too hot, hot. It's too hot, I'm too hot in the wrong way. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. 'Cause it's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. I changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might just have to throw a couple away. I changed my shirt 5 times a day. I changed my shirt 5 times a day, and I might have to just throw a couple of them away. What did I do next there? Away. Pull them away. Inside or out, it's all inside or out. I'll melt all the same, and I'll fight anybody who tries to take my shade. It's too hot, hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, 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 in the worst kind of way. Too hot, 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 too hot today. I'm too hot in the wrong way. Okay. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. 'Cause it's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to throw a couple of them away. Way inside or out, I'm melting. Inside or out, I'm melting all the same, and I'll fight anyone who tries to take my shake. 'Cause it's too hot, too hot, hot. It's too hot, 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 too hot, hot. It's too hot, 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 too hot, hot. It's too hot, 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 in the wrong way. Something like that. We're nearly there. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times a day, and I might have to just throw a couple of them away. Inside or out, I'm built all the same, and I'm inside or out, I'm building all the same, and I might just fight someone. Inside or out, I'm building all the same, and I'm fighting anybody for a scrap of shade. It's too hot, hot, for a scrap of shade. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, hot, in the worst kind of way. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, hot, in the wrong way. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot. Yeah, this is gonna be a new summer bop. You just know it. Okay. I heard the heat just hit 35. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times a day, I might just have to throw a couple of them away. Inside or out, it's up. Inside or out, I'm It's too hot, hot. That's not what I did before, was it? It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today, day, day. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, hot. In the West Way, it's too hot, hot. Too hot today. It's too hot, hot. Too hot today. Right, I'm going to write it down so I can sing it through for you guys. Hey, Rosalind! It's lovely to have you. Thank you. It's topical, isn't it? I heard the heat just hit 35. Sucking on ice. Trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. What comes next? Kiddie pool in the garden. Kiddie pool in the garden. Trying to start a water fight. This is not fully legible, not gonna lie. Trying to start a water fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. I changed my shirt 5 times today, and I might have to just throw a couple of them away. Have to just throw a couple of them away. Then what was it? I might just have to throw, and I might have to just throw a couple of them away. Inside or out, I'm melting all the same. Fighting anyone for any scrap of shade. Fighting everyone for any scrap of shade, I think we'll go with. Fighting everyone for any scrap of shade. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot, duh, duh. That's so much fun. Oh, thank you, John. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. Right, so here's what we got. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's I'm gonna get this right. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kiddie pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's odd that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times a day, and I might just have to throw a couple of them away. Inside or out, I'm melting all the same, fighting everyone for any scrap of shade. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, hot. In the worst kind of way. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. It's too hot, hot. Too hot, hot. I'm too hot, hot. In the wrong way. It's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. I'm too hot, hot. In the wrong way. Yeah! Oh, thank you, Ray. Okay, I'm going to do that through again. I'm going to get it right all the way through this time. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kitty pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. That's why that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times a day, and I might have to just throw a couple of them away. Inside or out, I'm melting all the same, and I'm buying it. I'm gonna get this right. I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kitty pool in the garden, trying to start a fight, 'cause of the I heard the heat just hit 35, so I'm sucking on ice, trying to cool myself down before my brain fries. Kitty pool in the garden, trying to start a fight. It's hard that we call this kind of weather nice. 'Cause I changed my shirt 5 times a day, and I might have to just throw a couple of them away. Inside or out, I'm melting all the same, fighting everyone for any scrap of shade. It's too hot, hot, it's too hot today. It's too hot, hot in the west way. I'm too hot, hot, I'm too hot today. I'm too hot, hot in the wrong way. Hot girl summer. Okay, that's it. That's where the stream ends, guys. I don't think I'm going to top that anytime soon. Songwriting on the fly. It is. I think it's quite interesting to watch someone try and literally write a song quickly like this. It also forces some different approaches to songwriting that I don't usually do a whole lot, because I don't do a lot when I'm writing naturally of sitting and just trying to make a song. I just sit down when I've got inspiration. And I know, right? That's going to be the song, right? That is going to be the song. I am going to make this a full song. I'm telling you now. I'm going to write it down, what all the chords are and stuff, so I've got it. And you may well be hearing this again, and it might just get brought out every single time it gets hot now. It's just, it's too hot, hot. It's too hot today. Thank you. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed the song as always. Right, it is genuinely too hot, and the camera is getting low on battery now. I really need to stop at this point, I think. Otherwise, I am going to overheat in this room with these lights on and stuff. So, why, thank you, John. So, I am going to say toodles for the evening, and I shall, unless it's this, if it's this hot again next week, there will be no stream. If it looks like it's going to be this hot again next week, I won't stream next week. I'll push the stream back, because it's just not worth it if I'm going to be like, you know, trying to soldier through. Because I do I feel like I'm trying to sort of time it so that I can stop this stream before it gets too hot in here, and that's just ridiculous. I want to be able to do a nice relaxed stream. So we might not have a stream next week. I am due a bit of a break soon anyway. But if it's not too hot, we will have a stream next week. It's already scheduled, so if I decide to push it, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I like that bit. Yeah, that's the bit I liked too. All right, I shall see you next week unless I say otherwise, guys. But for now, I shall say toodles. Bye. Don't overheat too much, everybody. I hope that you managed to stay cool. And I shall see you hopefully next week.